When people first look at Hytale, the comparison is obvious. At a glance it looks like Minecraft. Blocks, creatures, crafting, exploration, you name it. But once you actually start playing, you realize something very quickly. Hytale doesn't just want you to exist in its world, it wants you to progress through it. And that one difference changes almost everything. Hytale takes place in a world that feels ancient, damaged, and I guess forgotten is a way to call it. This isn't just a random procedural playground. It feels like something actually happened here. As you explore, you're not only gathering resources or building a shelter like the basic stuff, you're uncovering memories of the world itself. These memories are tied to discovery. New lands, new creatures, new enemies, runes, biomes, ecosystems, just name it. Pretty much everything you can find in the world. And everything you encounter has the potential to unlock something deeper. And that's where Hytale starts to separate itself from traditional sandbox games. In most sandbox games, exploration is actually optional. In Hytale, it's the engine that drives progression. Well, that sounds pretty cool, huh? When you discover memories, you don't just tick off a checklist, you take them back to these crazy temples that look cool with like elves running around, and at the first glance you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? But that's actually the place where you officially unlock your memories. And these temples act as a progression gate. They don't limit your freedom, but they kind of reward curiosity. You explore more, unlock more memories, gain access to new systems. It's a simple idea, but it works incredibly well actually. Crafting in Hytale is not just about throwing materials together. You work with multiple crafting and workbenches, each of which can be upgraded. And upgrading them doesn't just improve stats, it unlocks entirely new possibilities and, well, let's call them recipes. New tools, new weapons, new building options, new mechanics, new, like, furniture. I don't know, you can name it, you can pretty much create everything, I guess. Instead of having everything available from the start, Hytale makes you earn complexity. Your base slowly transforms from a simple shelter into a real production hub, and that sense of growth feels earned, not rushed. It makes a game that you're just gonna play one more hour to unlock the next part and the next farm and upgrade the next workstation to get like a chicken coop or whatever. You just don't stop playing, trust me. And then we're getting to the combat, because Hytale's combat leans more toward action adventure than pure sandbox survival. Enemies aren't just obstacles, you know, they're part of the world's identity. You encounter hostile creatures that guard areas, roam biomes, or lurk in ruins. Combat feels more deliberate, more responsive, and more intentional than you might expect from a voxel game or any sandbox game actually. You're encouraged to prepare, upgrade, and engage, not just spam attacks and move on, you know, and that makes it so much more fun. I'll call Hytale a sandbox with direction, not restriction. One of Hytale's biggest strengths is balance actually. It gives you structure without locking you in completely, where you can build creatively, explore freely, or focus on combat and progression. And that's the balance you need in a game like this. But unlike many sandbox games, Hytale constantly nudges you forward. And there's always something new, just out of reach, waiting for you to discover it. And honestly, that's pretty powerful, because the game doesn't rely on boredom to create motivation, it relies on curiosity, and that's actually where its strength is. Hytale is clearly designed with the long term in mind. The tools, systems, and structure all point towards community-driven content. Custom servers, mods, minigames, and entirely new experiences feel like a natural extension of the game, not an afterthought. It doesn't feel like a game you'll finish. It feels like a platform that can grow alongside its community, just like Minecraft. I think they actually got something here. This game is still an early access experience though. That means rough edges, that means missing features, that means things will change. But the foundation is pretty strong. What's already here shows a clear vision. A sandbox world where exploration feeds progression, where crafting grows over time, and where discovery is always rewarded. I don't think Hytale is trying to replace Minecraft in any way. It's trying to answer questions of people that Minecraft couldn't. What if a sandbox game gave you the same freedom as Minecraft, but also gave you a reason to keep moving forward? And you don't have to listen to that reason, but it's there for the people that need it. If you're looking for a voxel game with deeper systems and stronger progression, and a world that feels alive, damaged, and worth uncovering, Hytale is absolutely one to watch. And if this is only the beginning, the future of this world could be something special, and I'm actually really curious what it's gonna bring. And for only $25, I guess, $25, $20, it's definitely worth it.